welcome back to the podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jordan. Thanks for being here with us today.
Before we dive in, I just want to say, if you're listening to this while you're driving or cooking or just trying to get through your day, we see you. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, this is a space for real conversations. No fluff, just two people trying to figure things out, just like you.
And today, we're talking about something that seems simple on the surface, but the more you think about it, the deeper it goes.
What's the topic?
How to describe your personality in English.
Okay, I already feel the weight of that.
Right? We spend our entire lives inside our own skin, living every moment as ourselves, and yet, if someone asks us to describe who we are, we freeze.
Yeah, like suddenly you're a stranger to yourself.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so interesting. It's not really about English at all.
It's about knowing yourself well enough to put it into words.
And that's not easy. Language isn't just vocabulary, it's self-awareness. It's looking inward and being honest about what you find.
And that's terrifying for a lot of people.
It is. When you describe yourself, you're making a choice. You're saying, this is who I am. That's vulnerable.
So where do we even start? I mean, if someone asked you right now, describe your personality, what would you say?
I'd probably stumble. Even now. There's this gap between how we feel inside and the words we use to express it.
And in English, that gap gets even wider if it's not your first language.
But here's the thing. It's really about clarity, understanding the pieces of yourself well enough to name them.
Let's go there then. Let's figure this out together.
So think about it. What even is personality?
It's how you show up in the world, right? How you react, how you think, how you connect with people.
Yeah, but it's also what happens when no one's watching. The quiet voice in your head, the patterns you repeat, the things that make you, you.
And we're supposed to capture all of that in a few words?
Right? It feels impossible. That's why people use shortcuts, adjectives. I'm introverted, I'm creative, I'm analytical.
But those words can feel so flat sometimes.
They do, until you add context, until you tell the story behind the word.
Okay, give me an example.
All right, let's say someone says, I'm introverted. That's a label, but if they say, I recharge by spending time alone. I love people, but after a long day, I need silence to feel like myself again. Now you see them.
Yeah, that's the difference. You're not just naming a trait, you're explaining how it lives inside you.
Exactly. That's what we're really talking about today. Not just learning words like outgoing or reserved, learning to see yourself clearly enough to explain the why behind those words. Let me tell you about someone I knew. Let's call her Amina.
Okay.
Amina moved to a new country for work. Brilliant woman, confident in her skills. But when she got there, she had to do job interviews, networking events, all of that.
And they ask that question.
Every time. So tell us about yourself. She would freeze. Not because she didn't speak English well. She did. But in her culture, talking about yourself, highlighting your strengths, it felt uncomfortable.
That's real. A lot of people grow up learning to stay humble.
Exactly. So she'd say things like, I'm just a hard worker, or I try my best. She'd watch people's faces, and she could tell it wasn't enough.
They wanted her to own it.
Right. They wanted her to say, I'm detailed-oriented. I thrive under pressure. I'm a problem solver. But those words felt foreign to her, not because of the language, because of the identity they represented.
So what happened?
One night, she sat down with her journal, not in English, in her native language. She wrote about who she really was, the times she stayed late to fix a mistake no one else noticed, the way she felt calm when everyone else panicked, the satisfaction she felt when she solved a puzzle.
She was looking for herself.
Yeah. Then she found a way to express those moments in English, not the textbook words, her words. The next interview, when they asked, she didn't recite a script. She told them a story.
What did she say?
She said, I'm the kind of person who sees what others miss. When a project is falling apart, I get focused. I don't panic. I find the thread that's loose and I pull it until everything makes sense again.
That's powerful.
She got the job. But more than that, she felt like herself again. She wasn't pretending. She was just being honest.
That story says so much. It's really not about English, is it?
No, it's about permission. Permission to see yourself clearly, to own your strengths without apology.
And that's hard, especially if you've been taught to downplay yourself.
Right. Here's what I've learned. Describing your personality isn't about finding the perfect word. It's about finding the honest one.
What do you mean?
People think they need to say impressive things. I'm ambitious. I'm a leader. I'm driven. Maybe that's true. But maybe what's more true is I'm curious. I ask a lot of questions. I like understanding how things work.
That second version feels more real.
It is. It's specific. It's human.
So how do we help people get there? How do we help them find those words?
I think you start with questions. Not what are you, but how do you move through the world?
Give me some.
Okay. When you're stressed, what do? Do you call a friend or do you go for a walk alone? When you're in a group, do you jump into the conversation or do you listen first?
That's good. Those answers reveal personality.
Exactly. If you call a friend, maybe you're social. Maybe you process emotions externally. If you walk alone, maybe you're reflective, introspective. Neither is better. They're just different.
Right.
Once you see those patterns in yourself, the words start to come naturally. Let's talk about the words themselves for a second. English has so many personality adjectives, and some of them are subtle.
Yeah, like reserved versus shy.
What's the difference?
Reserved means you're intentional with your energy. You choose when to speak. Shy means you want to speak, but something holds you back.
Oh, that's huge. One is a choice, the other is a fear.
Exactly. If you use the wrong word, you misrepresent yourself.
What's another one?
Confident versus arrogant.
Yeah, that's a dangerous line.
Confidence is belief in yourself. Arrogance is believing you're better than others. The difference is humility.
People feel that difference immediately.
They do. When you're describing yourself, it's not just about the words you choose. It's about the energy behind them.
That's what Amina figured out, right? It wasn't just what she said, it was that she believed it.
Exactly. Authenticity always lands. Here's the turning point for me. I used to think describing your personality was about fitting into categories. Like, am I type A or type B? Am I an introvert or an extrovert?
Right. We love labels.
We do. They're simple. But the truth is, we're not simple.
No one is.
So instead of asking, what box do I fit into? Ask, what's true about me right now?
Right now, not forever.
Exactly. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago. Maybe you used to be spontaneous and now you crave structure. Maybe you were quiet and now you speak up.
So personality isn't fixed.
No, it evolves. The words you use to describe yourself should evolve too.
That's freeing, actually. You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to be honest about where you are.
Yeah, and when you describe yourself with clarity and self-awareness, people believe you. They sense that you know who you are.
So let's make this practical. If someone's listening right now and they want to describe their personality better in English or any language, what do?
First, observe yourself. For a week, just notice. How do you react when plans change? What energizes you? what drains you.
So you're gathering evidence.
Exactly. You're not guessing, you're watching.
What's next?
Write it down. Not in perfect sentences, just words. I get excited when I solve problems. I feel calm when I'm alone. I light up when I'm teaching someone something new.
You're building a personal vocabulary.
Right. Then you look for patterns. Maybe all your examples point to the same thing. You're analytical, or creative, or nurturing.
Then you practice saying it out loud.
Yes, saying it out loud makes it real. Stand in front of a mirror and say, I'm thoughtful. I take my time with decisions because I want to get them right. Or I'm enthusiastic. I bring energy to everything I do.
What if it feels fake at first?
Keep going. Sometimes we've been hiding ourselves for so long that the truth feels strange.
But eventually, it clicks.
It does. When it clicks, you'll feel it. It's like coming home to yourself.
You know what I love about this conversation?
What?
It started as a language question, how to describe your personality in English, but it became something deeper.
Yeah, language is just the bridge. The real work is on the other side, knowing yourself well enough to cross it.
And that work never ends.
No, but it's worth it. The more clearly you see yourself, the more clearly others can see you too.
The right people will see you and say, yes, that's who I want in my life.
Exactly. Not because you're perfect, because you're real. So here's what I want to leave you with.
Yeah.
Describing your personality isn't about impressing anyone. It's not about using fancy words or sounding a certain way.
It's about being honest.
It is. It's about looking at yourself with kindness and courage and saying, this is who I am.
And that's enough.
When you do that, when you find the words that match your truth, you stop performing. You start connecting.
That's beautiful.
You are not a puzzle to be solved. You are a story being written. And the words you choose, they matter. Not because they define you, but because they honor you.
Yeah.
So take your time, find your words, and when you speak them, mean them.
That's it.